I'm getting a little bit of a late start on my filming today because my landscapers have been here for the last hour and a half, and I didn't figure that you, as the viewer, would want to listen to all of the trimming that's been going on. Since my microphone can literally pick up the sound of a mouse farting in my attic. What the hell? I'm sorry. I don't know. That's probably all coming out. That's a nice sound. Landscapers. Hello, and welcome to Restaurant Recipe Recreations. This channel is dedicated to teaching you how to create your favorite signature dishes from the most popular restaurants. And this video is a viewer request from Caitlin for Panera's Summer Corn Chowder. And if you have a request for a restaurant or recipe that you would like me to feature, go ahead and drop that in the comment section below and I'll be sure to take a look at it. And if you're enjoying this channel, if you think that this channel is fun, if you think it's informative, but if I'm bringing you value by teaching you how to recreate your favorite signature dishes from the most popular restaurants, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. And go ahead and hit the like button too if you enjoyed this video. Panera has a huge variety of soups on their menu, but some of their soups are seasonal, meaning they're not on the menu year-round, and this corn chowder happens to be one of them. So if your Panera doesn't happen to offer this soup, have no fear, we're gonna go ahead and teach you how to do it here, and you won't have to pay like $8 for a cup either. Probably shouldn't say that. So in Panera's summer corn soup, of course, we have fresh corn, we have poblano pepper, we have sweet onion, we've got red skin potatoes with the skin on. It is a creamy chowder, so we are going to be putting into it heavy whipping cream, some vegetable stock, and some different seasonings, and it's just delicious. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and get started with the summer corn chowder from Panera. So the first thing that you want to do for this soup is to get all of your fresh vegetables ready, and I'm going to start with the main event, of course, the corn. I have here 4 fresh ears of yellow corn, and I'm actually going to use a vegetable peeler for this corn. In a bowl, so that you can retain the corn milk or liquid, peel the kernels in layers down to the cob. The reason to use a vegetable peeler instead of a knife is to produce more of the corn liquid, which will better flavor and thicken the chowder. Now 4 ears of corn will give you about 3 cups of grated corn, and that's what you want. Now that your corn's ready, go ahead and set that off to the side. And the other star of the show of this chowder are red skin potatoes with the skin on. So I have here 3 medium-sized red skin potatoes that are raw. And in order to prepare these, we're actually going to use the large side of a box grater. Leaving the skin on, shred the raw red skin potatoes, making sure to keep the starchy liquid, which will also thicken the soup. After shredding, give the potatoes a rough chop. Three medium red skin potatoes should yield about 3 cups. And since you already have your box grater out, let's go ahead and grate 1 cup of sweet yellow onion. And after grating your onion, make sure to give that a rough chop as well. And now I have my fresh poblano pepper. You only need about 1/2 cup of this, so we're going to finely dice 1/2 cup of your fresh poblano. Make sure to remove the seeds and ribs. In a large stock pot on a medium-high heat, add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Next, add in your onions and poblano pepper and sweat out the liquid from the onions and the peppers. Once you have sweated the onions and the peppers, you're going to add 4 tablespoons of rice wine. Now make sure that you're not using rice wine vinegar, but rice cooking wine. Allow the rice wine to cook down, and then you want to add 4 cups of vegetable stock. Next, you'll add 10 ounces of a pico de gallo mix of diced tomatoes, onions, jalapeno pepper, and cilantro. Now add in the potatoes and the corn. Next, you'll add 4 cups of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of white granulated sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric for color. Squeeze in the juice of 1/2 lime and add 3 tablespoons of fresh minced cilantro. Stir all of the ingredients until well incorporated. Turn your heat down to a medium-low and simmer your chowder for 25 minutes. The chowder will thicken as it simmers because the heat will release the starches from the corn and the potatoes, and you'll be left with this beautiful, thick, rich chowder. So one thing that I'd like to point out about this soup is that you'll find on some recipes online for Panera's corn chowder that it is a vegan recipe. And of course, if you're vegan, you know that it is not vegan because of the incorporation of the heavy cream. Now, Panera themselves do not claim that this soup is vegan. It is vegetarian because it's not made with a chicken base, but it is not vegan. Now, a great way to serve this, of course, is with some crusty bread like they do at Panera. Get out some extra butter because, butter. Or another fun way to serve it is to go to Panera, if you happen to have one by you, and buy a sourdough loaf where you can core out the center of the sourdough loaf, pour this in, and then you have a delicious bread bowl that you can eat with your summer corn chowder from Panera. Now, this soup makes an awful lot, but it's also very conducive to freezing. So whatever you don't use for your meal, just go ahead and stick in an airtight container, put a little note on it like I do to remind myself of what's in it, stick it in the freezer, and then with all of the cold upcoming months, you can pull it out of your freezer, make yourself a salad, get some crusty bread, and dinner is done. I hope you enjoyed this video, Caitlin. Thank you for your request. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Until I see you all again, everybody, make it an awesome, awesome day. Cheers, I love y'all. So in researching this recipe for Caitlin, my son and I went to Panera last week, and of course I ordered the summer corn chowder, and I gotta tell you, this one,